So much blood has been spilled tonight. Wow. Logan was my most anticipated film of 2017. It stars Hugh Jackman as Wolverine and Sir Patrick Stewart as Professor Xavier, and this takes place in the future, and both Wolverine and Professor X are not doing so hot. They are old, they are sick, they are just they've had it. They've hit the road, and this girl shows up and things happen. That's all I really want to tell you. That's all you really need to know with this movie. Now, before I say anything about this movie, really, I have to start with the fact that I'm not the biggest X-Men fan in the world. There's probably half the movies that I actually enjoy. The other ones I think are pretty much crap. They're garbage. So, that's why I'm super excited to say that this movie is brilliant and it is the best X-Men movie we have seen. Oh my gosh, is this movie amazing. First of all, Hugh Jackman and Sir Patrick Stewart give Oscar-worthy performances. They are amazing. Just brilliant performances from these two actors. Uh, the girl, what's her name? Daphne Keane. She is amazing. I don't want to spoil too much about her, just in case you don't know everything, just in case you don't read the comics or anything. She is brilliant. Child actors are something, again, I think are scary and terrifying because they can be awful and terrible. She does brilliant. Something about this movie I was a little nervous about going into was the R rating, because we've only seen PG-13 with these characters. I thought maybe the violence would be a little too over the top, a little too much, and, F-bombs going off. These characters have never really done that. So I was a little worried that it was going to be too much, jarring, that kind of thing. It's perfect. And as far as like the F-bombs go and stuff like that, they're old men now. They're fed up, they're crabby, they're old cranky farts. It totally works with this movie. And the violence is just perfectly done. And if you think about it really, Wolverine is a character that deserves an R rating. He's got knives in his hands, for love of God's sake. So it totally works and it totally deserved it. Oh my gosh, is this movie bloody? It's gory. Wow. The action is done very well. It's just, like I said, it's graphic, it's violent, heads get cut off. It's just awesome. The visuals, for the most part, there's not that many big visual effects. It's not a big action movie. But the visual effects that we see are done very well. They're beautifully done. I can tell a lot of this felt practical. I don't know how they did a lot of this. I mean, I'm guessing they had a stunt double for the girl. I'm not positive, but you can't tell if there is. It's beautifully done, beautifully filmed. Uh, it's directed by James Mangold, who actually did the 2013 Wolverine film, and he did such a brilliant job with this. There are a lot of beautiful shots in this film that are just gorgeous to see. He also does wonderful camera work with this, and just ends up making. It's beautifully directed, beautifully filmed, beautiful editing in this movie. I have to say, it's just fast paced editing at times, and then but it also knows when to slow down, and it's also a little bit of a slow paced film, to be perfectly honest. Um, there is quite a bit of humor in this movie, and it's not humor that is all jarring. It's more of just comedic relief, because this is an extremely depressing movie. It's more along the lines of like The Dark Knight Rises, Dark Knight. It's a very grim, depressing movie. Our characters they're ready to be done. They're just it's not good. It is bleak. It is depressing. It really is. Uh, this movie really surprised me. There's a lot of twists and turns I did not see coming. It just did things that I was not expecting. And I loved that. And I loved that I thought, maybe this I was like, okay, so this is going to happen and that's going to happen. And it didn't. It took these interesting twists and turns that I really, really liked. Uh, some things people have been complaining about are like the villains were the really big thing they're complaining about. To me, they're not meant to be important, really. They're meant to just kind of move the plot forward, essentially. I think it was actually done pretty brilliantly. I don't have a problem with it at all. My big negative, honestly, of the movie would just be that the first part of this film is so awesome and it's engaging and fascinating. And then we get to the second part, which is more of a road trip movie for a little bit. And the pacing it slows down and it focuses on some other characters I didn't necessarily feel needs to be focused on. It slows down in the middle a little bit. The third act, though, is brilliant and amazing. Uh, in the end, guys, this is a fantastic film. It's more of a drama about a man who is depressed and suffering. Honestly, this is not a big action movie with big visual effects. It is a independent Western drama action film with some science fiction, I guess, because it takes place in the future. In the end, though, this is a brilliant film, guys. If this doesn't end up in my top 10 of the year for 2017, we're going to have a heck of a lot better of a year than last year, because holy cow, is this film fantastic. In the end, guys, I think I'm going to give this movie a 9 out of 10. So, guys, I want to end this video by just saying that this is supposed to be the last film for Hugh Jackman as Wolverine and the last film for Sir Patrick Stewart as far as these characters goes. Hugh Jackman has said that he will not be playing Wolverine anymore. Patrick Stewart has said that he won't be playing this character, Professor X, anymore. And I just have to say thank you to them because they have been playing these characters for 17 years now, ever since 2000. And they have given us some fantastic films, some bad ones in there as well. But the thing I have to say about these two actors is I never felt that they were, just cashing in a paycheck. I never felt that they were just there. And I love that about them. They think they've done just a brilliant job with these characters. So thank you, Hugh Jackman. Thank you, Sir Patrick Stewart, for making some bad days not as bad by giving us these awesome performances and some really brilliant movies. Well, guys, that's it for this review. I will have a spoiler review out soon because I want to spoiler talk all of this because, oh my gosh. So if you like what you see here, comment down below, hit like, subscribe, share with everybody. We will see you soon.